Welcome to my essential oil class on how to use them with your pets in the home. So this is going to be a combination of slides taken from doTERRA and slides that I put in myself where I reference a book later on. Now the first thing I want to cover is that you should always be safe whenever introducing them to your pets. They have a higher sense of smell, so it can be very overwhelming to them for the first time. Now, this here is a little list on how to be safe with your essential oils. The best way to introduce them for the first time with your pets is with a aromatic use, so like your diffuser, a water diffuser specifically. You would put 1 drop in a diffuser and start it. Now, if they are in the room whenever it starts, you want to make sure that they can exit the room freely because you don't want them to get upset over it. It's not necessarily going to hurt them, but it may overwhelm them. Now, this is a quick, do I have these oils in my cabinets? Are they safe or not for my pets? If they are a caution oil, then you should probably only use it if it's in a specific recipe that you are following. Otherwise, I would say not to use them. The caution oils in general would need to be diluted even more than what is generally recommended. Now, introducing them, I kind of said this earlier, the best way would be to do aromatically. Sometimes they say that you can just take the lid from your essential oil and kind of like sit there a little ways and let them come up to you and sniff the lid. Do not let them sniff the bottle directly. That will definitely overwhelm them. Just the lid. If they seem comfortable with that, then you can start moving on in your application of the oils with them. Now, this is the guide that I like to use in my house. There's a bunch of recipes in it. The version that I have is the 3rd edition, and I actually have the app on my phone for that. Now, this is doTERRA's dilution guide. It also includes horses as well. I don't use this because it doesn't dilute as more, and I like to be extra safe with my animals. Now, the aromatic I have mentioned before, it would be with a water diffuser. It is one of the best ways to use the oils for your pets. Now, this is a list of hot oils for your pets. Do not use these unless it is in a specific recipe from a verified source. My source is the Spoil Your Pet 3rd edition, and it does have some recipes that may include some of these, but if it does include it, then that means it has been verified by veterinarians to use them this way. Now, this is a recipe that you could use for your cat. This is how I use oils the most with my cat. I actually have a giant glass jar of the litter box powder, and it is a combination of these different ingredients, but it does still follow the dilution guideline with that. Now, if your cat is having bladder issues, juniper berry is the oil that you have to get for your cat. It is the best oil out there for them. Now, this is a dog shampoo recipe, 2 different ones that you could use for them. I have not used these on my dog at all, but I do plan on using a different recipe that is not on here but is in the Spoil Your Pet, and that is for ticks and fleas. It's a shampoo. They also have one as a collar as well. Now, these are a couple other little mentions from doTERRA and what you could use in these applications, like resting and sleep. You could use lavender, serenity. I'm always going to recommend that you diffuse it. And if you are going to actually put it on your pet, you would probably put these in an area where they could lick them off, because if it's lavender, uh, your dog or cat could lick it off of them. If it's Serenity, I would put it in a more hard area for them to lick it off. Um, but if they seem to be very against having it on them, then you would have to apply more carrier oil on them to help dissolve it, and then rinse it, because you don't want it to burn accidentally. Now, this is one for stress management. A great way to do that with your animals is to have a predictable routine. And one way that you can make your routine predictable is by using a diffuser with a specific oil at a certain time, or if you leave the house at different times, then you can use the diffuser with that oil to say, hey, I'm about to leave. And then that should help your pet with their stress. Now, one of the reasons that we are talking about using essential oils with your pets is that it is one of the best ways to reduce toxic load in your home. They love to lick things and scratch and get into all sorts of lovely trouble in your house while you're gone. So the best thing to do is to switch out your typical products for more natural products. doTERRA has a whole line of cleaning products that you could use to switch out in your house. For me, whenever I wash my dog's bed, I use a different detergent for his bed than I do for our clothes, just to be extra safe, because he loves to lick his bed whenever he's bored. And this is where I'm going to leave you guys. If you have any questions about my presentation, or if you want to know what recipes are in the book that I use, go ahead and give me your questions. Bye.